The possible last part of the justice and peace-seeking, little guy-saving former assassin, is here. Equalizer 3 with Denzel Washington is a great new movie that we'll get into. Now, let's get it. Before we continue, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and leave comments below. Directed by Antoine Fuqua, Equalizer 3 is a sequel to the Equalizer 2 and the final installment of the Equalizer trilogy, which is loosely based on the television series of the same name. McCall discovers that his new friends of a small town in South Italy are intimidated by members of the Camorra, where he sets out to free them from their control. As events turn deadly, McCall knows what he has to do: become his friend's protector by taking on the mafia. Crime enforcer Lorenzo Vitali finds his many henchmen have been brutally killed by retired U.S. Marine and DIA operative Robert McCall, who is waiting in the basement and held at gunpoint by two of Vital's bodyguards. Robert kills him and the rest of the gangsters to obtain a key to the winery's vault and recoup money stolen in a cyber heist, but is shot in the back by Vital's adolescent son while leaving the winery. While driving on the Amalfi Coast, Robert pulls over and slips into unconsciousness from shock, where he is found and rescued by Gio Benucci, a local cop. Benucci brings him to Altamont, a remote coastal Italian town, where he is treated by small-town Dr. Enzo Auricio. Robert gets acquainted with the locals, including a waitress named Amina, and becomes fond of the town and its people. Robert makes an anonymous phone call to CIA officer Emma Collins, who happens to be the daughter of his old CIA friend who recently passed away, to tip her off about the winery's role in the illegal drug trade disguised as normal business transactions in Sicily. Collins and other CIA operatives arrive at the winery and find millions in cash along with bags of Captagon tablets hidden in a storeroom, confirming Robert's suspicions. Phenethylene was first made in the 60s to treat kids with ADHD, but is now considered illegal in most countries. Meanwhile, the members of the Camorra harass and kill villagers in an attempt to coerce them out of their housing and take over Altamont for commercialization purposes. Robert overhears Marco Quaranta, a high-ranking Camorra member, pressure a local seafood store owner named Angelo for payments. To make an example, the Camorra firebomb Angelo's fish store as the entire town watches. After beating up the local investigating officer and harassing the cop's family, Marco demands that Benucci set up a boat for them. Overhearing them, Robert requests them to move their operations to a different location. When Marco refuses, Robert kills him and his henchmen. The Naples head of police is threatened and tortured by Marco's brother Vincent, who is head of the Camorra, to find the person behind Marco's death. Vincent has Collins' car rigged with a bomb, but she survives after Robert warns her. Vincent later threatens to shoot Benucci in front of the entire town if Robert doesn't reveal himself. Robert does, and before Vincent can kill him, the citizens begin to record the ordeal, causing Vincent and the rest of the Camorra to retreat with plans to retaliate the following day. Later that night, Robert infiltrates Vincent's home and stealthily kills his bodyguards, then he forces Vincent to take a lethal dose of his own drugs to kill him. Through Collins, Robert returns the money he had taken from the winery to an elderly couple's pension fund. Back in Langley, Virginia, Collins receives a promotion for her role in ending the Altamont drug trade. She is then revealed to be the daughter of Robert's late handler Susan Plummer and her husband Brian. With the Quaranta brothers dead, Robert celebrates with the locals after their team wins a football tournament. Although Part 2 was my favorite, this movie has an ending befitting an antihero like McCall, the avenger or protector of the average or little man. It was happy to see him come to terms with his past and be able to find somewhere he feels he belongs. This is a must-see end to the trilogy. I give this 3 popcorns. I had fun telling you about this movie. Denzel Washington seems to always deliver. Go enjoy this movie. This is Tank saying laters.